loves it.
Yes.
I made him come read it to my kindergarten, first grade class.
Yes, first grade class.
And he didn't realize that I had pre-programmed the children that, every so often in that book you turn the page and it goes, chicka, chicka, boom, boom.
It was exciting.
It was loud. He wasn't experiencing it.
So when I came, Marilyn was always willing to help out in many, many ways. And again, as she did in the parish ministries, again, with Christ Renews Parish and with retreats and with the healing masses and all the different groups, youth ministries, everything, but not riding the rides at Kings Island. That was the one thing Marilyn said no. But again, the Lord has blessed her in her single life vocation as teacher with many ministries. And again, eventually she took part in the lay pastoral ministry program at the seminary. One of the first ladies from Brown County to take part in that program, to be able to use her talents as a pastoral minister. And so again, with Father Byers, and including even now at this point, helping in different areas of parish ministry, RCIA, and again, seniors trips and everything. So with her background, I thought she could share all and encourage everyone to use your time and talents in wonderful ways. Marilyn, welcome.
Thank you. Well, you see, I think I'm the worst possible public speaker there ever was. So I'm always wondering when Father Tom does this, I always think, what did you all do to tick him off so badly? He put me here, you to here, but I'll be quick, I promise, short and sweet. I tend to be an introvert, so the last possible place that I ever thought I would be was standing in front of this nice group of Catholic ladies. But once upon a time, I told the Lord, if you need me, I will try. Now, please, you know I'm a chicken. Don't make it too scary, please. So by the end of this talk, we'll see what God has done to me today. I grew up on a dairy farm down a gravel road, and I grew up loving to read. I loved long summer days. There was always somebody making homemade sugar cookies and handing them to me, and it was just a fun, safe time in the world. I hope all of you had a time like that in your life somewhere. I was alone a lot because my brothers wanted nothing to do with me. They were boys and all farming and didn't want me to help them because they were men and they could do it themselves. So I spent a lot of time alone, but I was pretty happy. I had my few good friends. We got to see each other a little bit during the summer times and at school, of course. But as I grew older, I decided I was just not much of a joiner. I was okay just doing my things and being happy with that. Because I got good grades in school, everyone told me that I should be a teacher. And back in those days, out here at least, I thought you could be a teacher, a nurse, or secretary. All these other wonderful careers that are now available to the young ladies I see around here, they didn't exist, or we didn't know about them, let's put it that way. We just didn't know about them. And with all these family members and teachers of my own say, well, you got to be a teacher because you're really good at school. And I was rebellious enough to go, no, I don't want to be a teacher. So I went to college, and after umpteen different career majors, thinking, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, I ended up in a service class where I needed to volunteer in a Head Start program. And, of course, what happened? I fell in love with those little 4-year-olds and decided, oh, I really like working with children, so I'm going to be a teacher. Okay, and then also I thought, well, I'm never going to join anything. I'm just not a joiner. I have my special group of friends. We do things together. That's good enough. Especially religious groups. I've had several fundamentalist groups that had tried to talk me into being whatever their denomination was. Only their talks were often very strident and like, you have to do this or you're going to hell. And that didn't encourage me to want to join their group somehow. So I kind of backed away from that, but I still felt this calling around the age of 35. My family was very nice, but back in the 50s, for some reason, they just didn't go to church, and I know that's unusual for that generation. I think my father maybe had a bad experience in church, and that just soured it for him, and so we just didn't go to church. But around 35, I felt this calling to, get closer with God, seeking Him out a little, just looking, I guess. For some strange reason, while driving down Beachmont Avenue, and over on the right was something called Immaculate Heart of Mary. And I just noticed the building. It wasn't particularly pretty at that point in time. It hadn't been refinished and redone inside. But it just kept sticking out to me. So finally, one night, I thought, what do Catholics do? No Catholic had ever tried to make me become Catholic. So I thought I didn't have much of a background there. So the sign said, there's a Mass at 5:15. I thought, well, that's odd. Why isn't it 5? Why isn't it 5:30? It's 5:15. But I eventually pulled in and went to Mass. There wasn't a lightning bolt. There weren't any trumpets sounding. I just felt peaceful. I enjoyed it. It was quiet. It was calm. The things I like. It was peaceful. So, as it turned out, on a beautiful warm evening in March 1989, I was baptized and confirmed at Immaculate Heart of Mary, and my name given for confirmation was Mary. Okay? That was a wonderful beginning to joining the church, but that's Beachmont Avenue, and I live outside Arnheim, so it didn't make life real practical to continue to go to church there. So as I started looking around, I wanted a church where I could sit in the back pew and just be quiet and nobody bother me, and I could just attend Mass. Well, you know how that happens. If you know Father Tom, I got to sit in the back pew one week, and suddenly I found myself going to Mass, yes, but he also encouraged me. You know his encouragement, which is, you're going to do it. You know, basic. Get over here and do it. What did I do? We took kids on trips to theme parks in Cincinnati. I worked with RCIA. I started reading at Mass. And I don't want to mention the famous turtle situation. Turtle booth. And I just thought of this one this morning, Father. One of my infamous experiences, I became known as the Turtle Lady. All of Georgetown knew when the Turtle Lady was coming around every August to ask for their $10 for the raise money for the turtles in the church fund. So Father Tom had this lovely, and it's a very nice idea, that he would give little trophies of money just to the random people who donated after the festival. The festival's over, they didn't win the big prize, whatever it was, their turtle didn't make it. So he would have these little trophies with, you don't remember this, do you? With change in them, and he sent the Turtle Lady out to deliver them. One of the places that had donated to him was one of the worst bars in Brown County. So, there I am, and I'm waiting to give a little trophy of prize money to the lady who owned the bar, And I have my arms leaned over on the counter like this, and I'm looking at the pictures on the wall going, oh my, oh no. And when she came and I tried to give her the little trophy, I was stuck to the bar. And I was like, I was raised politely. You don't let anybody, you don't say anything about anybody's housekeeping, like your bar's really dirty, And I'm pulling myself off, and there's pink stuff stuck to both arms. And I'm standing there like, Father Tom. So they gave me an oh so lovely clean rag, and told me to wipe down. They were trying to wipe my arms off, and I'm going, it's okay, I'll leave. It's fine. So that popped in my head this morning, Father. I buried that all these years. So basically, here was this person, and I hadn't thought about belonging, and suddenly I was doing things in the church, and I got interested in the LAMP program, Lay Pastoral Ministry program at the Athenaeum. That shocked Father again because he was working on Mike Ernst to become the candidate from St. Mary's to go. And he gets Marilyn over here, the new person. And I was like, oh, I'm interested, so we'll see. But one of my nicest memories is I was making a phone call to someone I didn't know very well, and I needed to ask them something. And I wanted to start to introduce myself to them. And they stopped me and said, oh, no, I know who you are. You belong to St. Mary's. And I just stopped. I never belonged before. It took a stranger to tell me, we know who you are. So now here I am, this person who was never going to be a teacher. I taught 36 years. I didn't want to join anything, especially a church. I didn't want to belong. Here I am. I'm a member of one of the oldest religions around. And I can only think how lucky I am to be here today.